This is Raw Spartan 125, and today I'm reacting to how we got Juicy into Australia by The Boys. And this one won the poll that I put up recently. So yeah, the Boys video reaction people seem to be winning the polls the last 2 or 3 times. So yeah, they seem to have gotten the hang of the polls. Like, oh, another poll. The Boys video on it. Better vote for it. I just want to let you guys know that you can join as a member of my channel now. Want to help me out, contribute to the channel, help out to get this going and keep it going. And I am so close to getting to 2,000 subs. I mean, is it 1,704 I have at the moment. 96 subs away from reaching 2,000. So if you haven't subscribed yet, help me out. Subscribe, help me get to 2,000. Yeah? Very, very grateful. I'll even thank you all for a nice video this time. Didn't think it's last time, I don't think. For 1,000 subs, but this time for 2,000, I'll be thanking you. Yep. For all the support that way. And I do have merch on my channel now. Yep, check it out. It's right below if you're on the video. Just scroll down a little bit, you'll see my merch. All the designs are unique. I made them myself. Yes. Designed them all myself. There's only a few up there at the moment because, you know, just dipping my toe in it. And I've got plenty more where that came from. And I'm looking forward to this video. We did Juicy in Australia a while back. I've been meaning to do this one. And I just kept forgetting to do it. And I saw it and thought, oh, I better put it on a poll. And you guys, people voted for it. And it beat the other videos by a good margin, let me tell you. I was surprised. But here we are. So let's jump in.
Really quick, have we actually talked about the whole time Juicy went over to Australia?
No, for good reason. We have not done that.
Talked about it in therapy.
I had to talk about it in federal court.
Deposition doesn't count towards views.
You were gone for a long time, and not a lot of videos were posted.
So, okay, dude, I was too busy getting covered in butter and literally hit by cars.
Well,
Right.
I think that sentence alone needs a little bit of expansion on. So
Yeah, why don't we expand on that?
we've got nothing else to do today, nothing planned. Let's just talk about this for today's video.
Get story time with the boys.
For you little sneaky deaky viewers who skip past the intro, yes, I mean you right there. Yeah, you always skip the intro, just like me when I'm watching reaction videos. I don't know why, I just do. But I just want to let you know I'm getting close to 2,000 subs. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. You can join as a member now on my channel if you want to help support me. And there is merch for my channel now too. Just scroll down from this video. You'll see my merch sitting there. All the designs are unique. I designed them myself. Back to the video. Okay. This music got probably got monetized. Or
Josh, you
demonetized.
sharing your camera?
Josh is not.
There he is.
Yeah, you dirty little thought you could get away with it.
Can I just say before we start, I lent Juicy a phone so he would have internet, and I only just looked at the browser history yesterday, and it's not good.
Share it. Share the browser history.
I can't.
Don't share it. For legal reasons we can't discuss, you are not
Yeah.
allowed to share the browser history.
I can't. Yeah.
How the f did you even get here, dude? I get so many DMs being like, how the f did he even get there? And sometimes it's something I try not to think about, like how I got here to be on this planet. I don't want to think about that shit. You specifically, how the f did you get here?
Well, I heard from a little birdie that he didn't really initially leave to go record with the boys. There was a different reason why he left.
We called that reason pussy.
Yeah, it's true. I cannot describe to you the amount of Australians that have threatened to crucify me and burn me because I went to Australia.
That's just how we say hello.
It's 2021. There's a global pandemic. Australians can't get home. Juicy somehow gets on a plane to come get his dick wet. People are angry.
Okay, first of all, it didn't go like that. So let me tell you about this story.
I literally got a message of this woman being like, hey, my husband's been stuck overseas. He hasn't met his kid, all this sort of stuff. How come you got like this guy who dances around a shape or something, and now I see videos of like, you know, you throwing food out the back of cars and shit like that, and covering yourself in butter. How's this fair? And I was like, it's not, bitch, and swipe left. It was funny.
Yeah.
Obviously, this video was recorded around COVID time. Yeah. Yeah. I meant to say, I've got a plaque there, like one of those metal plaques. I decided to invest in some of those. I'm going to put them up behind me. I got the Thing movie poster thing. I'm going to be putting it up there, and I'm going to be getting more of them. And I'll be putting them up as well, just for something extra to look at behind me. It'll be nice, you know. I've been meaning to do that for a while.
Butter. How's this fair? And I was like, it's not, bitch, and swipe left. It was funny.
Yeah.
There's a word for that. It's called money.
Here goes Molly putting down poor people again.
So here I am 9 months ago, right? We're talking about the idea of me going to Australia. I have a girlfriend over there I haven't met. We have all these cool ideas for the boys videos, but I know it's going to be an insane process from what everyone's told me to get there. Because your country was closed. Like, it still is. So I just say to the beautiful people at Click.
Well, hold up. Who's Click, to those who don't know?
Click is just a bunch of boneheads.
Click is our management. Click runs all of our shit.
Big shout out to Click. Richard, I love you. Please answer my DMs. I miss you, daddy. So I tell them, you know, we're talking about it back and forth. Neither of us really know the process because nobody does it. Nobody's like gone through it. So we're like, okay, let's fucking do this. F Let's go to Australia and film some crazy videos. Yeah. Yeah. Skip forward 9 months of hearing absolutely nothing except daily updates of, yeah, the lawyer's on it, don't worry. Literally 9 months later, one day I get the message from Richard, and he's like, we're submitting your application. So basically, I had to make a fucking resume for your government saying, yes, I'm a fucking musician, I'm a fucking multimedia star. And your government's like, yeah, that makes sense. Cool, let's let him in. This can take up to a month to get approved. Within 2 hours, because nobody's submitting them, I got the okay. Come to Australia.
Doors are open.
Some sad woman who's like sitting at her desk thinking like, I'm gonna need to find a new job. I haven't seen any paperwork in months, and suddenly yours lands on her desk and she looks you up on YouTube.
It like floats through the window.
Juicy fruit snacks? She's working at home. Her little kid's like, juicy fruit snacks? Are you fucking serious? You got a fucking resume for juicy fruit snacks? Let him in the country, you dumb bitch.
Can I just say that this is the exact opposite experience of me getting into the United States?
I knew you were gonna say that.
So here we are. It's been 9 months of me spending a lot of money and hearing absolutely nothing about coming to Australia.
Meanwhile, we were just all recording VR together, and we're just like waiting for you to come over here. Like, oh, it should be any moment now.
For like 8 months.
Yeah.
So I get the okay, and it's like literally Charlie, another person at Click, messaging me. He's like, oh, I can schedule your flight for 4 days from now. And I'm like,
Jesus Christ.
You're packing away for 6 months. You got to do it in 4 days?
3 months, yeah. Basically, when I booked this flight to Upside Down Land, you book it like a normal flight, except it costs like $8,000.
It costs you $8,000 for the flight alone.
Oh,
When you hang out with
what?
poor people, sometimes you have to pay for petrol money. Like if you go on places. This is basically because there's no planes flying anywhere. Juicy had to pay petrol money to the airplane.
You had to pay for the fuel.
Are you gonna spot me for some fucking gas? So yeah, we schedule it. I'm like, holy fuck, it's actually happening, because I had no faith, really. There's nobody knew if I'd actually make it in. The government could literally just been like, oh yeah, this guy's gay. Go fuck yourself. But, you know.
I don't think that's how it works, dude.
The day comes, my stuff's packed, going to the airport. I got like a stack of paperwork this thick on like the amount of shit I needed to get into the country while it was closed. And I'm just gorilla gripping in my hand, dude. I'm like walking around like every person I see, whether they work at the airport or not, I'm just showing it to them. You know, like I'm just like, please, I'm supposed to be here. My mom drives me to the airport. My mom and my stepdad, paperwork in hand, my cock in the other. I walk through the door to the airport. Spirits are high. I'm feeling good. My mom's fucking crying already. We haven't even walked in the airport yet. I go to get my boarding pass, and there was a small hiccup. So the plane ticket was fine, right? But I had to get some sort of like electronic identification number or something from the Australian government. And the lady's like, yeah, you just need to go to this website and get it. I go to the website, and it says, sorry, this website's not available because the borders are closed. No. Because it's an Australian website.
Meanwhile, you were already approved.
I was approved to come in, but I had to have this number, but I couldn't get the number because the country was closed. So I show the lady at the desk. I'm like, listen, I literally have an actual like note from the government saying that I'm allowed to come to Australia. It has a cool QR code and everything. And I'm like, please, just like, is this enough? And she's like, well, you gotta have that number. I've never seen that piece of paper before. Fast forward like 10 minutes, dude. I'm fucking like angry crying. And I literally tell her, I'm like, I want to speak to whoever the fuck is above you. I'm getting fucking pissed at her because she keeps telling me the same goddamn thing. So this old guy comes out, right? This fat old guy. And he's like, how can I help you? And I'm like, I'm going to Australia. And he's like, okay. He does the same thing to me as this lady. My mom's crying. I'm literally about to kill the nearest person I see because it's been 9 months of preparation for them to be like, well, you don't have this number. So I tell the guy, I finally look at him, loosen my grip a little bit. I'm like, call Australia.
Just look him up on the phone book.
I see him over there on the phone. He's calling Australia. It's happening. And he's just like, well, then, passport number. Yeah, Gage Gibson. Uh-huh. Oh, okay, yeah, I got a pen. And he jots down this fucking number. And he's like, okay, just give me a second. He's putting this fucking number, dude, into the computer, and it prints out a fucking boarding pass. So the dude is absolutely fucking shocked. He hangs up the phone. He goes, they gave me an override code. He hands me the boarding pass and looks at me, and he goes, I've never had to use an override code.
Nice.
And then he goes, you have 20 minutes till your flight to LA leaves. Better go get on that plane.
You can just tell like this guy is like so grateful to Juicy. You know what I mean? He finally got to use an override code. Wow. He's been waiting for this day. You know what I'm saying? He's been waiting for the day. For the day he gets to use an override code. He finally got it. All because of Juicy. Yes. Yeah. I mean, that's how it goes. You're sitting in your job, you're bored out of your mind, someone walks in and your whole life just changes. Now one day, your life just changes. And now you've got a story to tell people for years. I got to use an override code at an airport. Let somebody, one guy on a plane to Australia where nobody's allowed to go. Ooh. Just imagine the shock people would have, you know? Yeah. Story for years. Story for years.
You have 20 minutes till your flight to LA leaves. Better go get on that plane.
What's your thought here, dude? Because you have accepted the fact.
I mean, I accepted that I wasn't going to Australia. And then they called Australia and they said, let him in.
Were you surprised when he was like, okay, yeah, no, actually that does work out?
No, the whole time I was telling them, I'm like, call somebody in Australia. And they're like, who would I call? And I'm like, I don't fucking care. Just call somebody. Because I knew that Australia had all my paperwork. It just was the US didn't have it.
It was at my house in my bin. Plot twist actually called me, dude.
So it's Orlando Airport. I have 20 minutes to get to my gate. So if you have ever been to Orlando Airport, you know that's not enough time. So I literally I tell my mom, she's bawling her eyes out. I'm like, yep. Okay, bye. And I just fucking bolt, dude. I get on my plane to LA. I'm calming down. I'm fucking just victory. Fast forward, we land in LA, bro. I get my shit. I get on the plane that's going to Australia. Everything's good. Smooth so far. I'm feeling a lot better. I realized that I'm not going to become a victim in that day's story. As I go to get onto my plane to Australia, first, weird note, there's 2 people on it.
2 people.
2 Australians on that plane on a full-size international Boeing plane.
So you went to first class,
It wasn't
right?
just
They
one
wouldn't
guy.
let anyone sit in first class, but they let you have your own whatever you wanted.
Imagine for a second,
Nice.
you've been waiting for months to get home. Your kids are upset. They've probably been born in America.
Yeah.
They've just narrowly been getting shot. You finally get a plane back to Australia. Everything is going to be okay. You sit down, you look up, and this motherfucker walks on the plane. This fucking Juicy Fruit Snacks himself walks on the plane, and you're stuck in a giant pressurized cabin with him, breathing in his farts for the next 16 hours.
Like every time they start to fall asleep, I just walk up to them and just, no, don't touch me. And just walk by. It was all smooth sailing from here. I was sitting on the plane with my 2 other occupants and we were about to go to Australia. I would like to say it was that easy, but just as soon as I sat down and buckled on my seatbelt, a random lady in a fucking suit with glasses came in and drugged me off the plane.
What?
What?
Yep.
You've never told us this.
That's some big information to leave out.
You thought you were all sweet, and then what happened? She come up and what? She beat you?
No, she walks up and goes, Gage Gibson? And I'm like, yes. She's like, can you come with me real quick? I'm like, dude, what the f is this, dude? They pulled me off like I was a fucking international drug smuggler. She looks at me and she goes, I just need you to help me make some sense of this.
You look on a monitor, it's the boy, it's your YouTube channel. No, I'm never going to Australia.
And at this point, I'm like so exhausted. I'm not mad. I'm not sad. I'm just disappointed. And I literally look at her. I still am gorilla gripping this like 40 sheets of paperwork that I had. I'm like, here, just take these. Go look at them. I said, call Australia. I literally said call Australia again. Guess what that bitch did? Guess what she did?
What? What did she do?
She called Australia. Guess what they said? Let him in. She walks up to me as confused as the first guy who had to call Australia. She hands me the paperwork. She sits me down back in my seat. And she's like, you're good, I guess. Well, sorry about that. Have a good day. Achoo! Everyone treated me like I was some sort of fucking like they didn't know who I was. Like they were very confused on like, what? American going to Australia? What the f? Like, that's pretty much the extent of the story because when I got to Australia,
That's when shit turned bad.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say, what if he gets off the plane and they're like, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to be here. You're American. You're supposed to be back in America, in the United States. What are you doing here? Country's closed. Country's closed. What? Not supposed to be here. This is why I hate go anywhere. You know what I mean? Anywhere you can't just drive to yourself. Yeah. That, and I'm fat. So fat people do not do well when it comes to traveling. You know? So, yeah. Been on a plane 4 times in my life. 4 times. No, tell lie. 6 times. 6 times in my life. Hated it. Hated it. Yeah. Just saying. Some people love to fly. I hated it. Maybe if I was slimmer, you know? And I am working on that, by the way. Yeah. I've lost weight. Lost 2 kilos. Right. Well, actually, I've lost 3 kilos. Ah. Yeah, I forgot about the other one. So yeah, I'm getting there. I'm losing it.
That's when shit turned bad.
I get off the plane in Australia. I walk up to the customs and I'm like, this is gonna be shit. I'm gorilla gripping my paperwork, and I walk up to the guy and I'm like, do you need this? And he goes, oh no, you're right, mate. He didn't even scan my passport. He didn't even look at it. I just walked straight into fucking Australia. He didn't give a shit. So when I got to Australia, everything was fine. And then the military took me off my plane, shoved me on a bus, and put me in a box for 3 weeks. So that was epic.
I suppose the way they look at it is you wouldn't be there if you're not supposed to be there. Yeah? You wouldn't have made it that far if you're not supposed to be there. So, yeah. There it is.
Took me off my plane, shoved me on a bus, and put me in a box for 3 weeks. So that was epic.
It was 14 days.
That was at this stage. Quarantine Juicy.
So this is the point where your girlfriend and Molly kept coming up to your window and throwing food up to your window.
Something like that.
Right?
Yeah. I wasn't allowed to open up my windows. I wasn't allowed to turn on the AC. I wasn't allowed to go and open any doors. They charged me to do my laundry.
Well, at this stage, the
What?
rest of the boys kind of realized something was wrong.
I lost a piece of myself.
But I think it kind of contributed to the content we ended up recording.
Yeah, fun manicness. I was actually losing my mind, but yeah. So yeah, that's how I got to Australia. After 2 weeks, they let me leave my jail cell.
And what happened?
I just walk out. And you know how weird it felt opening up that fucking door that I literally wasn't allowed to open for 2 weeks?
I was waiting there with a coffee and a hug.
I walked out, dude. I kissed Molly on the lips, essentially, for at least 8 seconds.
You didn't have air conditioning, and at like 2 a.m. you messaged me. It's like 40 degrees in your room. You're sweating, panicking.
Yeah, and I wasn't allowed to open up any windows. They were like barred shut.
I went and bought the most expensive fan I could find.
So yeah, dude, I got a quarantine, kissed Molly, met everybody at Click.
That's how you smuggle juicy fruit snacks into Australia.
And every Australian threatening to kill me for taking up these precious plane seats. Listen, there's not one motherfucker on those planes. There's nobody. If you called Australia and said your name, they wouldn't even know who the f you are, okay? So don't get mad at me. When they call Australia and the guy on the phone goes, don't get mad at me. Thus, the adventure began of us doing fun IRL shit. And
Nice.
yes, I barely knew how to speak English by the time I got out, dude. I was like reverting into a fucking Neanderthal.
And we're like, wow, that sucks, dude. Do you have a webcam? Because we need to record right now. We're like, oh, man.
Yeah.
You got some old lady calling you at 8:30 in the morning every day to see if you killed yourself.
Oh
yet.
yeah, dude, I forgot about that.
What?
There was a lady who called every dude.
Are you serious?
Yes, there was a lady who called every single morning just to make sure I didn't kill myself.
They have that in every hotel quarantine.
Every single morning at 8:30 sharp, the same lady would call and go, "Hello, Mr. Gibson. How's your health today? How's your mental health today?" And I'd just go, and she'd be like, "Okay, is there anything you need?" I'd go, and then I'd hang up.
Tell you what it was. She just needed to be sure that he was still alive. Didn't actually have to say anything or confirm that he was okay. Just the noise, the growl enough was enough. Oh, he's alive. Okay. Bye. Yep. Proof of life. They just need a proof of life. That's it. That's it.
And she'd be like, "Okay, is there anything you need?" I'd go, and then I'd hang up.
We know that you've come here to see, you know, to see this person that you've really been looking forward to seeing. If you're interested, it would be a really good opportunity to film some real life videos.
And we
But
had to figure it out quickly because 2 weeks of 3 months had already gone.
And we obviously we didn't want to be like, hey, welcome. Now let's start doing work, because as much fun as the videos are,
A lot goes into it.
I think we planned to do like a video a month or something. We ended up doing what?
3 videos a week.
Yeah.
We spent 30 grand on videos.
Flight times, traveling every single week.
Wow.
3 or
What?
4 days out of the week, we'd be doing boys. Josh would come to us. We'd go to him, back and forth, back and forth.
I was in a different state to those two. They were all in Sydney. I'm in South Australia. And we kind
Yeah.
of said, oh, rather than flying every week, one group will fly to the other every second week. So every
Yeah.
2 weeks, you're getting on a planes, and it was fucking... Tell you what, I could have really used that woman calling me every morning at 8:30 to make sure
Yeah.
that was a blur, dude. So if anyone wants to know why we slow down, I mean, Eddie and Narrowed are good. They're just fucking profiting off of all the work that we're flying.
Yeah, they're just sitting in the background collecting the fucking check.
Eddie used to call me and say, "Thanks for making me all the money, boys." That's the actual thing. He used to say that.
So, Juicy, how does it feel that you don't ever get a break?
Oh, it feels great, dude. I'm just getting spit roasted by Australia and the United States.
Did at any stage you ever think to yourself, like, one day I was going to end up under armed guard, but not in this exact
Oh,
scenario?
100%. 100%, dude. Basically, yeah, that's how I got to Australia. Our next step was record a bunch of boy shit. It wasn't easy. It cost a ridiculous amount of money to get there.
Yeah.
We had the police called on us. We went to our chiropractors to get our bodies put back in shape.
Molly actually caused me bodily damage. He T-boned me and I had to go to the fucking doctors.
When you sum it up, dude, we had, what, legal threats, assault threats?
Yes.
Police
Yes.
called on us. We got injured pretty badly.
Some of these videos that we're covering, I could talk about for like 3 hours.
Through all these adventures, if you didn't have a clue what the hell we were talking about, stay tuned for part 2.
Oh!
Did the rhyme. He did the rhyme.
He did it again!
He did the rhyme. He did a rhyme. He
I'm Dr.
improvised the
Seuss
rhyme.
it.
Oh, hold up. Hang on a second. Yeah, hello? No, I'm still here.
Is he actually on the phone?
Thanks for giving me that woman's number, Juicy.
Yeah, I signed you up. Don't worry.
Appreciate that, man.
That is the end of the video. Yeah, that was interesting. Nice and short. You know, it was like 60 minutes, just over 60 minutes, and yeah, it was good. Good fun. Nice short, fun video. Liked it a lot. Hope you liked the reaction. Great. And if you are so inclined, I want to let you know that you can buy merch on my channel. The designs are unique. Made them myself. You probably see them on the screen somewhere. I'll probably put some up just to let you see them. And there is a UK store and a US store. Go to my community tab, my channel, and you'll find the US one. The connection is to the UK one because I'm in the UK. But yeah, they're both there. You know? So you can buy them. If it takes you to the UK one, there is a link in the community tab that continue to US. They're both marked UK, US. If you want to buy some merch, because there are some cool designs there. Check them out. Yeah, this is a great video. It was really interesting to see how Juicy got into the country and nice little story you had to tell. Yeah. Nice to have a short video, because videos nowadays, they're always like over half an hour long, you know? Nice to have a short one. And I do hope that you enjoyed it. I'm sure you did. You voted for it. Boy, did you vote for it. Well ahead of the others. So I will be doing them as well. There's 2 other videos to come runners up. And I'll be doing them too, don't worry. And when the last video, before the last video goes up, I'll be putting up another poll. I think it's best to let you guys choose what videos you want. Any video that's voted for will be recorded. If it's not voted for, it won't be recorded. But even if it gets 1 vote, it'll be recorded. But I'll do them in order of how many votes they get. So the one that gets the most will go first. The one that gets the second most will go second. Blah, blah, blah. That's the way it goes. Because that way I get more content and you get more content too. Get out a lot faster as well. Yeah. I also have another channel called Royal Spartan. Sorry, I also have a second channel called Royal Spartan Take 2 where I do movie reactions mostly. Done a little bit of anime. If you like my reactions here, check out my movie reactions. They're awesome. Awesome movie reactions, yes. And if you have any videos you want me to do, just let me know. Just request them and I'll put them up in polls. You guys can vote away. I don't have Patreon right now because if I ever do get it up, you know, and people want to join, I'll move the polls over there. Yeah, make it more exclusive. There is a members thing on YouTube too. At the moment, I didn't do Patreon because I thought there's a members thing on YouTube. If you guys want to join that instead, I'm just dipping my toe in the water right now just to see how it works. So, until next time, I am out of here.